Let's turn from there to our other special focus, a story that should concern millions of Indians because LPG prices, remember yesterday, had been hiked for the second time in 15 days. Prices are already up by 25 rupees per cylinder in the latest hike. All of this has led to a political backlash. Now even BJP allies like the JDU are saying prices should be rolled back. In particular, the middle class and lower middle class are seen to be worst affected. Their already stretched monthly budgets are taking a hit once again. Take a look at just how LPG prices are affecting the average Indian. It's our Get Real India focus.
LPG prices are skyrocketing. This week, the prices were hiked for the second time in 15 days. Cooking gas now costs 25 rupees more at 900 rupees per cylinder, burning a bigger hole in the pockets of the middle and lower middle classes. Pramila, a housewife from Lucknow, is a bunch of nerves as she waits outside a gas agency. She's worried how she'll manage the frequent hikes in LPG prices with her husband's fixed income.
जॉब में तो पता ही है फिक्स अमाउंट होता है तो उसमें दिक्कत तो बहुत आ रही है और सिर्फ गैस सिलेंडर ही नहीं घरेलू जितने भी सामान है जरूरी जो बेसिक चीजें हैं उसके दाम अभी 1-2 साल के अंदर डबल ट्रिपल हो गए हैं.
Meena Bajai, another resident of Indiranagar locality, tells us a cylinder refill that cost 600 rupees a few months ago now costs more than 900 rupees. She claims this is way beyond her family's monthly budget.
अभी हमारा सिलेंडर आया है 950 का, अब 30 रुपया फिर बढ़ गया. मालिन जो है महीने में उन्होंने 30 रुपया मेरे बैंक में डाला भी तो उससे क्या फायदा है. अगर मेरे पास 1000 रुपया नहीं होते तो मैं सिलेंडर कैसे ले सकती हूँ.
In Kolkata, for the Mehta family of 4, a cylinder lasts 20 days. A 911 rupee cylinder now won't even get her family through a month.
We have to pay nearly 900 rupees per cylinder. It's not the middle class public can't afford this much. For only LPG, they have to think of lot many things.
LPG is now a burning issue across the country.
अब हम तो मजदूरी का काम करते हैं तो वैसे 400-500 रुपए मिलते हैं हमारे को 300 रुपए देता है. अब 300 रुपए में क्या चला सकते हैं. पहले बताओ कि गैस ले कि बच्चे पाले कि रोटी खाए.
जब आदमी की आमदनी नहीं है खाने का यानी नौकरी का कोई ठिकाना नहीं है तो गैस किस तरीके से आदमी अफोर्ड कर सकते हैं वो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
पहला जो सब्सिडी मिलता था वो बैंक अकाउंट पे जमा होता था, अभी कुछ भी नहीं होता है. बोलता है कि बीजेपी ये कांग्रेस ने ये किया वो किया, अभी मोदी जी ने क्या किया.
Unlike petrol and diesel, cooking gas comes under GST and falls in the 5% tax slab, the lowest one. With no let-up in the cooking gas prices, it could become one of the big issues in the state elections next year, the biggest one being Uttar Pradesh in early 2022. With Samarth Srivastav in Lucknow and Prema Rajaram in Kolkata, Bureau Report, India Today.
Okay, let's go straight across to our political face-off tonight. I'm joined by Syed Zafar Islam of the BJP and their Rajya Sabha MP and Supriya Srinath, the Congress's spokesperson. Simple question, LPG prices and whether the Modi government is rightfully being accused of exploiting these high prices to fund their various other schemes, or whether this is the government allowing market forces to take center stage. To you, Zafar Islam, your own allies now, JDU, calling for a rollback of LPG prices. We've had 3 hikes in less than 3 months. The latest one being 25 rupees. You've had the domestic cooking gas price jumping by 190 rupees a cylinder since January 1st, from 694 to 884.50 in the national capital, rising everywhere else. Should you roll it back? Or is this the way forward? You're going to allow fuel prices to simply rise and rise and rise?
Your last statement, Rajdeep, that we will allow these fuel prices to rise and rise and rise, that's an incorrect statement. It is a temporary phenomenon. It is partly the upward pressure which we have seen in global prices as well. International prices of gas, if you see that it has gone up almost double in last few years. away from that, what is more important, you have to understand that we are going through a pandemic impacted economy where the inflow or the revenue of the government was deeply impacted. And when you have a budget which is of large budget to be announced, which we had announced the budget of 34 lakh crores, away from that we had also Atmanirbhar package. Then most importantly, what we have done is we have provided food support or the ration to 80 crore people for 1.5 years. So what we have done, basically we have definitely, this is a source of income for the government, and it is not that endlessly we will continue to
So you're targeting the middle class consumers. So you're targeting the middle class consumers to get to somehow or the other overcome revenue shortfalls. Am I correct? That you need the middle class, you're targeting the middle class consumers to meet your revenue shortfalls.
Not at all. In fact, on the contrary, see, whatever shortfall we are recovering from, whatever sources government is available with the government, but we are also providing relief to the middle class and the marginalized section of the society. If we have provided 3 lakh crore or more than 3 lakh crore support of the MSME, what does it mean? That who is employed in the MSME? If we are providing a 5 lakh insurance to under Ayushman Bharat scheme, who is the beneficiary? The people of this great country. So various scheme which has been launched by the Honorable Prime Minister is actually benefiting the middle class and the lower middle class and the marginalized section of the society. So what is more important for us to understand, that what we are doing at the moment, that we are providing support to the people, and at prices, there is upward pressure on the price, but it will come off. It is temporary phenomena, and it is for you to measure.
Temporary phenomena is the word you used now twice on the show.
Just a second. Last sentence. That for you to measure the impact of all this hike is the CPI, Consumer Price Index. If you see the Consumer Price Index, which is still coming off despite all the hike and whatever upward pressure we had, but we have also taken several measures to bring the prices of edible oil. You have seen the seasonality factor which had impacted the prices of food.
You've said this now. Let Supriya Srinath have equal time. Supriya Srinath, respond to what you heard from Zafar Islam. He seems to suggest that the government continues to fund large schemes directed at lower middle class and the poor in COVID times. He seems to suggest this is a temporary phenomenon, and therefore it isn't as if the middle class is hurting according to him. This is necessary at a time like this, and it's temporary.
I don't understand what is temporary. Are 7 years a temporary phenomena? Because that's what they've been doing. For the last 7 years, the government has gone on to steeply increase fuel prices, not just of LPG, but petrol and diesel as well. Prices are very, very steep for cooking oil. Prices are steep for pulses. And today, as a result, the middle class is really reeling under a lot of pressure. I just have one question to ask. From November 2020 to now, you have raised LPG prices by 290 rupees. That's unheard of. And also, Rajdeep, let me point out very clearly here, India's LPG price is dependent on Saudi Aramco and a foreign exchange rate. On the basis of that, an LPG cylinder should be sold at no more than 640 rupees. We are selling cylinders for 885, 886 in the city of Delhi, and almost 1,000 when you move away because transportation costs get added to that. Why should the middle class be made to pay for the government's exchequer when you're not going to give them the benefits of low crude, of low LPG? That's the one question that everybody wants answers to. You can't keep saying, Ujjwala. The reality is that people who you've given Ujjwala connections to cannot get their cylinders refilled. And that's a reality this government will have to face and answer questions on. You cannot say we are saving for a rainy day.
Supriya Srinath,
23 lakh crore rupees in the last 7 years. What is that money for if you can't give people some relief during a crisis like this? This is unprecedented. People have lost jobs and wages have gone down.
Supriya Srinath, you give me an alternative. The government says we're now going to start Ujjwala 2.0, where apart from a deposit-free LPG connection, we are providing free of cost first refill and hot plate to the beneficiaries. So they are saying to fund all these schemes at times, you will need to raise prices. That's effectively what Zafar Islam is saying. Temporarily in a crisis, this is what the government is doing. They're claiming it's temporary, it's not permanent.
That's my point. How
And what would
temporary
you
is
do
this?
differently?
This has been going on for the last 7 years. That's exactly my point. And as far as Ujjwala is concerned, I have a very valid question. I just came back from Uttar Pradesh after spending 10 days there, and I can tell you, I met a lot of women in the rural areas who say, yes, we've got free Ujjwala connections, but we don't have the money for refill. What do you tell these women? They do not have money to pay for cylinders. They do not have money to get the cylinders refilled. Ujjwala is not going to solve the problem. People are finding it very difficult to put food on the tables for Islam, and this is something that you will have to acknowledge and work towards. LPG, gas, diesel, petrol, cooking
Now,
oil
what
has
would
gone
you
up
do
from
differently?
50 to
I asked you, Supriya Shrineth. No, Supriya Shrineth, what would the opposition do differently? What would you do? Are you telling me subsidize fuel prices across the board?
Sorry, can you repeat the last part?
What would you do differently? What would you do differently to what the Modi government has, you believe, not done? What would the opposition do differently? What would the Congress do differently?
Two things. The two big things that we would do differently is we would honor deregulation. Deregulation by its very definition means that when prices in the global arena go up, people bear it. When they go down, they get the benefits. This government has not let the people of this country benefit even once in deregulation because they kept hiking excise duty. So that's the first thing we would do, honor deregulation, honor the promise that we made. The second thing we would do is, at a time when the economy is going through a crisis and people are finding it difficult, you have to cushion them. This government has thought through it, and which is why oil subsidy bill, which was 1,40,000 crore 7 years back, is today just 12,000 crore rupees because the government has made up its mind. They will not give people subsidy.
Okay.
And please understand the rationale that they're not even giving you kerosene. So what are the poor folks going to do? That's the question.
You know, the question, Zafar Islam, is when you look at the way fuel prices have risen, you're saying it's a temporary phenomenon. Truth is, fuel prices have increased over 67 times in the last 8 months. The price of cooking oil has increased by over 50% in a year. So while you say you're trying to cushion the middle class from some of the harsh effects of COVID, the fact is that when it comes to their daily household budgets and their monthly household budgets, people are straining. You've got to accept that. You need to cushion people, provide them some kind of cushion, which at the moment, when it comes to fuel prices or LPG prices, is not being provided. And God forbid, if fuel prices reach $90 or $100 a barrel, what will you do? Will you raise prices even further?
Rajdeep, you have to understand two things. During the pandemic, all the Atmanirbhar packages, how it will be funded when there is a lockdown, there is absolutely no revenue. And on the top of that, when you collect revenue through petrol products, whether it's fuel or whether other gas and everything, 52% of that goes to, or large part of that goes to the state for the state allocation. And on the top of that, state is also collecting VAT. So why not the states, which if the Congress party has so much reservation about the prices, especially when they know that we are funding only the welfare scheme, which is meant for middle class, lower middle class and the marginalized section of the society, then why don't they cut VAT in their respective states? They have never demonstrated that they really mean it. We know for sure that we have done what we have done. We have done basically to fund those welfare scheme, and there is a mismatch at the moment. Yes, there is a mismatch, but as the economy has now opened completely, economic activity has gone up, the collection of the revenue collection has gone up. Slowly you will see that all the schemes also will be funded out of the revenue, and the relief will also be provided to the Aam Aadmi by cutting petrol prices. But more importantly, I must compliment.
It's interesting about.
I must compliment Shrineth, Supriya Shrineth, at least for a change. She has accepted that gas connection coverage has gone up from, it has actually gone up from 50% to 97% during the last 7 years. And she said that all the women she has spoken, they have got the connection. I'm sure that second part, she was only to mislead the people that they do not have money to refill.
She says they've got a connection, but they can't afford a refill. Okay. She said they've got a connection but can't afford a refill. No, just a minute. Okay, you're saying that's too misleading, so everyone cherry picks. Final word from you, Supriya Shrineth. The government seems clear they're not going to roll back. Okay, Supriya Shrineth, Zafar Islam. Supriya Shrineth, my final question is, do you believe, the government is saying no rollback. There's no question of a rollback. So, in a way, why don't the Congress governments in the states perhaps show the initiative, cut on fuel taxes and bring down prices in states ruled by the Congress?
You know, Rajdeep, I'm glad you asked that question, and that question needs to be answered with facts. In 2014, on every litre of petrol being sold, states were earning over ₹1. Today, the states are earning 74 paisa, and the central government that was earning about 3 rupees is earning 31 rupees. So the share of states has consistently gone down in the central pool of fuel taxes, because the government has very craftily and contrivingly increased the rate of special and additional excise and not the basic excise which is shared with the states. The pool that the states get has consistently gone down. Their finances are stretched, and the central government has a lot of elbow room. Last financial year, the central government collected more in fuel taxes than it did in income and corporate tax. They need to cut down taxes.
She is not committing.
Okay.
She is not responding to your question.
We've had two.
We will cut.
She believes that a majority of the revenue is going to the center.
And do something about
Let's leave it there. Appreciate both of you joining us. I am only bringing the concerns that I have heard of people here in Mumbai. They're worried about LPG prices rising, and perhaps for them their household budgets are affected. At times, our politicians need to visit the Aam Aadmi a little bit more often. Or Aam Aurat in this instance. Let's take a break.